Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you've tried. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Nothing can be more hurtful to your heart than betraying yourself. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. Feeling guilty does not set us free. Being equipped sets us free. I is for integrity. Be honest with yourself and others. All the fish needs is to get lost in the water. All man needs is to get lost in towel. All I do is lie, and that has made me immune to compliments. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. All shall be done, but it may be harder than you think. You will never know how high you can climb until you reach the top. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. There is an intelligent way to eat a live frog. I just don't know what it is. Stay calm. You've been through this before. You'll get through it again. Study the past if you want to define the future. For any sin, we all suffer. That is why our suffering is endless. He who steals a belt buckle pays with his life. He who steals a state gets to be a feudal lord. Everything is relative in this world, where change alone endures. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. Imagining something is better than remembering something. We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. Know thyself, know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. Now I know what success is: living your truth, sharing it. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. When truth is replaced by silence, the silence is a lie. Not all things that fall down break. Some develop wings. Between living and dreaming, there is a third thing. Guess it. It was easier to ask for forgiveness than it was to get permission. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. We cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the hand. During a conversation, listening is as powerful as loving. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor. The question is not what you look at, but what you see. Oh, darling, don't be bitter. It's the first instinct of the weak. Monsters are real, and ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. Winning isn't enough. The acme of all skill is to defeat your enemy before taking the field. I never said it would be easy. I only said it would be worth it. I speak gibberish to the civilized world, and it replies in kind. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way if you let it. Perfect happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. Mist to mist, drops to drops, For water thou art, and unto water shalt thou return. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you odd. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. It is an acceptance of being uncomfortable that drives change. You can be anything you want in the world. Just don't become a prisoner of hatred. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it. It is a very natural human trait to destroy that which frightens us. To forget the whole world is easy. To make the whole world forget you is hard. I shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate him. Earth's crammed with heaven, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. We need to renew ourselves often. Even temples need renovation. The enlightened ruler is heedful, and the good general full of caution. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. We must live together as brothers, or perish together as fools. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. Being true to yourself is the greatest force to uncover the soul. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. In my heart's most secret place, I pity them as angels do. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. If a general shows confidence in his men, but always insists on his orders being obeyed, the gain will be mutual. Hence the saying, the enlightened ruler lays his plans well ahead. The good general cultivates his resources. Don't leave it all unsaid, somewhere in the wasteland of your head. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. Not every instance requires a response. Truth resides silently in the seat of power. Nature's pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. Do not let the roles you play in life make you forget who you are. There's no greater show on earth than observing human nature. We don't have to defeat any individual but our own self. He who doesn't understand history is doomed to repeat it. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Grace isn't a little prayer you chant before receiving a meal. It's a way to live. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. Everything in life is speaking in spite of its apparent silence. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. And regulation entails organizational effectiveness, a chain of command, and a structure for logistical support. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. When something can be read without effort, great effort has gone into its writing. Keep their friends close and their enemies closer. Success involves going to where others believe is too far. Bloom as if you want to make the whole world beautiful. She will always wear her crown, regardless of the hate. The only thing that can grow is the thing you give energy to. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. It does not matter how long you live, but how well you do it. When your opponent gives you an opening, be swift as a hare. A star is not honored for its size, but for its light. Great understanding is broad and unhurried. Little understanding is cramped and busy.